public hasn't been eager to embrace this couple as pop's it couple,
who cares?
Surely the music that comes from this record could offer some formidable PR, as the two stars express their love for each other. And if not, at least inspire a favorable view of the couple, and at the very least, inspire some really good and sticky pop music.
Heck yeah.
But the album falls flat.
Guys, I will, did he just say the album fell flat? Hold on. Honest, I'm gonna have to run it back in a second, but let me just tell you this. Bluest Flame is one of my favorite songs on that album. I love it. It gives me summer vibes, summer pop vibes. I really love Said You Were Sorry. How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten? I feel like Selena is really giving the girls songs to move on. Shut the door, transition, move your feet. You are not a tree. You are not rooted down. You can move. You can move on and you can find.
A few moments later.
Hey guys.
Are you ready, kids?
Welcome back to my channel, and if you didn't already know, act like you know, because it's at us, so let's hop right into this video. So today we are going to be reacting to Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez Made Something by Honest. So before we hop in, you already know what to do. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's just hop right into this video.
Collaborative albums between romantic partners tend to be divisive, at the very least. Especially if the collaborative effort features one half of the relationship stepping into different territory. Of course, there are relationships like Sonny and Cher that manage to effectively brand their relationship into hits and beloved classics.
Right.
Beyonce and Jay-Z are probably the first couple that flocks to a lot of minds when thinking of recent collaborative efforts between couples. A couple that not only branded their love, but their relationship troubles as well. In fact, Benny Blanco said he got the idea for this album while listening to Jay-Z and Beyonce's both Re Bonnie and Clyde.
I love that.
There are lesser artistically successful examples, like Bobby and Whitney, and in recent history, Gwen and Blake, where fans just prefer to keep them separate musically. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco are in an interesting position, and in a much safer position. Benny Blanco is a popular producer and writer, known for being a true hit machine, responsible for hits like Teenage Dream, Diamonds, and Love Yourself. And even Selena's own Same Old Love. Selena Gomez is a pop star that has flirted with musical retirement and struggled to find her artistic pulse in the streaming era.
Wait a damn minute.
Excuse me? She struggled with retirement? I don't think she's ever struggled with retirement. She was going through something crucial in her life. And you know, this is not a jab to Honest, because he's just giving his, I guess, honest opinion, but I think it's incorrect.
Now that's the biggest gag of all, Cheetos.
If you actually listen to any of their interviews, anything about the album itself, their narration, she was going through a lot the past 5 years, and she luckily made it out, and now she's artistically expressing herself. Just because someone takes a 5-year break, or you know, maybe even a 4-year break, whatever, from music, doesn't mean that they're struggling to find some sort of retirement. They're a person first, honestly. The music and everything else comes second, but we obviously know them for their music, the talent, the artistry, you know, them acting and whatever. At least I do. I've known Selena, at least, you know, on screen as a kid from Barney and Demi Lovato. And there are lots of people, but nonetheless, that does not mean that. I feel like that doesn't translate to that. I think that's like jumping to conclusions.
On paper, it sounds like an extremely smart idea to have her hit-making fiancé produce an album for her, while simultaneously offering a real palpable source of inspiration for the material. And in some ways, be like the Mutt Lange to her Shania Twain. But I'm not sure that the public is all that interested in Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez as an item, or pushing them as a power couple.
You're not on the internet like I am.
Back at naysayers about their relationship. Benny Blanco has said that he's aware that Selena's fans think he's too ugly for her. He's even said he's afraid that Selena is going to wake up one day and change her mind about him.
We don't do that here.
You see, the internet is all that actually is gonna make me emotional. Hold on. That actually pisses me off really, like, a lot, because People are so entitled to feel like they know what's best for you, and they forget their place. They forget their place as that they are a supporter and they are a fan. And those are not negative things. They're only negative if you put them in a negative connotation. She can like whoever the hell she wants to like. This is inappropriate. This is overstepping. Who cares who she dates? You don't even know the man. You don't even know him. What you know about him? What you know about him? Nothing. And just because you're a surface level human being and you can't, obviously you won't know him personally, but I just feel like that is so shallow and sad and disgusting for someone to be like, you're too ugly. What you know about that man? And they're engaged now, so I hope the haters are sizzled and fried out and that they could just hush now, because that's just very, very, very inappropriate. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Know your place.
Meanwhile, Selena has shut people down.
Period.
And said that Benny is the happiest that she's ever been.
Period.
Benny is always getting ripped to shreds for merely existing,
breathing,
and being in love with Selena Gomez. With the resounding sentiment being, how dare someone like him date someone as beautiful as her? It's an extremely shallow, oftentimes disrespectful way of looking at a relationship. But it's an authentic representation of our society and the expectations set upon pop starlets to present as ideal, even when it comes to their partner. In some ways, you could say the optics around the relationship reads like a Disney classic, or a fairy tale that has been told time and time again, about love being about more than just appearance.
Right.
It's also interesting that while Selena and Benny are trying to push forth their union, the internet is still so obsessed with her time with Justin Bieber. That relationship formed when Stan Twitter first emerged. So there's still a hugely parasocial and nostalgic interest in the couple that was once known as Jelena. At least a few times a year, there seems to be some trending topic that links both parties.
It's sad.
The relationship had a profound effect on how Selena's music was interpreted and the interest in it. In the words of Taylor Swift, it's the monster on the hill. The Jelena narrative is something stans can't seem to fully deter from.
They can't shake from it.
Although the public hasn't been eager to embrace this couple as pop's it couple,
who cares?
Surely the music that comes from this record could offer some formidable PR, as the two stars express their love for each other. And if not, at least inspire a favorable view of the couple, and at the very least, inspire some really good and sticky pop music.
Heck yeah.
But the album falls flat.
Guys, I will. Did he just say the album fell flat? Hold on. Honest, I'm gonna have to run it back in a second, but let me just tell you this. Bluest Flame is one of my favorite songs on that album. I love it. It gives me summer vibes, summer pop vibes. I really love Said You Were Sorry. How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten? I feel like Selena is really giving the girls songs to move on. Shut the door, transition, move your feet. You are not a tree. You are not rooted down. You can move. You can move on and you can find better, whether that is emotionally better, physically better, freaking intelligence wise, all of the things that you want, you can find better. You don't have to get dragged, you don't have to get drugged, you don't have to be, you know what I mean, you don't have to drink yourself to sleep because you're miserable. Please find the message. If you can't find it, man, let me know, so then I can give you some interpretations of the album myself. Okay, if you can't grasp it, I'll help you grasp it. It's important, especially if you say that you love her music, you love Selena, you love all of the things, right? You would move on to, you'd do yourself a favor and you'd move on to, and you'd cut off that little boot thing you got on the side that's no good for you as well. Just saying. Now, let me run it back to see what he said.
But the album falls flat. Thematically, it's a celebration of love, but the music itself doesn't sound like it was made with much love or care.
What?
And there were warning signs from the very beginning. They kicked off this album with Scared of Loving You, which was said to be a teaser of the album. It's a very short, quaint ballad that is utterly forgettable. It just fades to the background. The instrumental sounds like music you would hear in YouTube vlogs as background music in 2012. Call Me When You Break Up featuring Gracie Abrams was released as the official single for this record. It too is short and forgettable. but at least has more of a bite and sounds like it was made to be a viral TikTok sound.
Mm.
I actually think Gracie and Selena complement each other very well. The tune just feels unfinished. The second single from the album feels like the most complete song pre-release. It's dreamy 80s style pop, and it's almost
It's
a
giving
likable
nostalgia.
song. But the misfires on this song are too big to ignore or chop it up to charm. The vocal processing on this song is so distracting. Some of it muddles Selena's
Really?
voice to the point where it's hard to even understand her.
Really?
I seriously do not understand the creative choice with the vocal processing. It is the most obnoxious
agree.
part about this song. And then there's the pre-chorus chants in this song which sound both Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter influenced, where Selena says, "But I can't wait to hold it, to hold that big, big, hard heart."
I don't.
And she's obviously trying to be cheeky here, but the cheekiness isn't even coherent.
What? I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree. But the whole thing with the big, big heart, I mean, people have been doing that for ages with being cheeky, especially if you have the quote unquote like clean girl aesthetic or type of presentation. Or maybe it's not even completely clean girl, just a pop girl, and you don't necessarily cross the line when it comes to being overly sexual. People have been doing that for ages, so I would not give credit to just Sabrina and, did he say Olivia Rodrigo? Yeah, I would not, I don't agree with that point. Okay.
A hard heart is the exact opposite of romance. It's a shame that this song has such lousy blunders, because I think there's a nice pop song somewhere at its core. As if the teasers from this album weren't enough of an indication of Selena and Benny not putting their best foot forward, the fact that they added a song from 2019, a 7-year-old song on this album titled I Can't Get Enough, gives the sense that they might have run out of ideas while creating the album.
What?
Or worse, never had much of one to begin with, and thought their love story was enough to get people invested.
Okay, that's enough. I just feel like there was a lot of hateration in that critique, because again, like I said before, she had been going through it for 5 years. She's been trying to, get past, all the things that she's had been going through, like a breakup and all these different things, even friendship breakups. And that song that she may have added, that, like, there are so many songs that we always wish that we heard. So many great artists to this day have not released songs that us as viewers, supporters would eat up. And so to say like, oh, she probably ran out of ideas, I don't think that was the case. It wasn't given that. I don't think, maybe it just wasn't for Honest and the people that agree with him. Maybe this album was just not for you, but this album, especially when he was saying it's giving 60, 70 like type of style, it was giving nostalgia. And I think, especially if you go back and listen to the album again, it's supposed to give you nostalgia and it's closing a chapter. You know what I mean? You can still, I feel like with albums and whatnot, you could still talk about things that really hurt you in the past, and that could be your little kiss goodbye to that sort of pain that you went through. And maybe it just didn't translate well to other people, but like I said, I already told you guys some of my favorite songs on the album. Sunset Boulevard is not necessarily one of my favorites, but it does give that nostalgia vibe. And I think that's the whole point of it, this entire album. So anyways, let me know what you guys thought about this video down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!